Hello students, have a great day. Welcome back to our online session. Today we are going to discuss what is segmentation and what is fragmentation. Before moving that, just recall the previous session. In previous session, we learned what is demand paging. A demand paging system is quite similar to a paging system with swapping, where processes reside in secondary memory and pages are loaded only on demand. It is called as a demand paging. Means a page is brought in memory only when it is demanded is known as a demand paging. A process is created but there is no page for it in the main memory at that time. When a process is dispatched initially, the program counter will have been loaded with the address of first instructions from where the execution should commence. This address belongs to a page which is not present in the memory at that time. A page fault is generated while it is not present in the memory at that time. The operating system will now bring that page in the memory. It is called as a demand paging, which is shown in this figure. Next, the page fault. Page fault, it is an error if any program tries to access a piece of memory for the execution but which is not existed into physical memory, means its main memory, then page fault will be occur. At that time, the operating system it must trace all the data into the virtual memory management and after that moves it from secondary memory like this hard disk to the primary memory of the system. It is about the page fault. Now today we are going to discuss what is the segmentation. The segments are logical division of program and hence are normally of in variable size. Each program in its executable form consists of three major segments, that is code, data and stack, which will be learned in previous unit. Each of these can be further divided into segment. Means in operating system, the segmentation is a memory management technique in which the memory is divided into the variable size. Segmentation gives user view of the process which is paging does not give. Here the user view is mapped to physical memory. There is no simple relationship between the logical address and physical address in segmentation. The segment which can be allocated to the process, it requires two terminologies, that is base and limit. Base, it is the base address of the segment, and limit, it is the length of segment, which will be shown in this figure. In short, a segmentation, it is a user view, but paging is not give the user view. Here the process is divided into logical parts. It is called as a segment. Here segment 0, segment 1, segment 2, segment 3 and segment 4. These are divided in the logical address space and it is mapped into the physical address space. Here segment 0, here a segment 0. Here a segment table is required. This segment table stores the information about all such segments is called as a segment table. Here first segment, that is a 0, its base address is 500, that is the starting address, and limit, that is a base address, and limit, it is denoted the length of segment, it is the 600. Next segment 1. Segment 1, it is the starting base address is 2500 and the length total this 2500 to 3300, it's a 800 length. Likewise, this segment table is stored. The segment table, it maps two-dimensional logical address into one-dimensional physical address. Here, the logical address, it is a two-dimensional logical address. It is the S and D. It is a segment number and its offset. It is mapped into the one-dimensional physical address. Here, one dimension. It is the concatenation of limit and base address, and it is converted into one-dimensional. The base address, it contains the starting physical address where the segments reside in the memory, and limit, it specifies the length of segment. Address generated by CPU is divided into two parts. Here CPU, the address is generated by the two terminologies. It is divided into two parts, that is the S, it's a segment number, and D, it is the offset, segment offset. The segment number, the number of bits required to represent the segment, and segment offset, the number of bits required to represent the size of the segment. The segment number is mapped to the segment table. The limit of the respective segment is compared with the offset. If the offset is less than the limit, then address is a valid. Here, the offset is less than the limit, then it is a valid, otherwise it occurs the error. If the offset is less than the limit, here we compare here the offset, that is the D, is less than the limit, it specifies the length of segment. It always greater than the offset. If this is valid, then it is mapped into one dimensional with the physical address. The address is valid, otherwise it throws an error as the address is invalid. In case of valid address, the base address of the segment is added to the offset to get the physical address of actual word in the main memory. Here, if the address is valid, then it is combined with the base address to the physical address space. It gets the main memory for the further execution. It is called as about the segmentation. The advantages and disadvantages of segmentation. Advantages: no internal fragmentation. Segment table consume less space in comparison to page table in paging. Disadvantages: as processes are loaded and removed from the memory, the free memory space is broken into little pieces, causing external fragmentation. Because the segmentation is the logical division of program, so here the some pieces of memory is created and it causing the external fragmentation. It is about the segmentation. Now we will learn the fragmentation. Fragmentation, it is the process as loaded and removed from the memory, means is a memory allocation and deallocation from the processes. The free memory space is broken into little pieces. It happens after some time that process cannot be allocated to memory blocks considering their small size and memory block remains unused. This problem is called as a fragmentation. Fragmentation is the split the memory into little pieces, but that little pieces is not used for the longer time. It is called as a fragmentation. Fragmentation having two types, that is the external fragmentation and internal fragmentation. External fragmentation, total memory space is enough to satisfy a request or to reside a process in it, but it is not continuous, so it can't be used. And internal fragmentation, memory block assigned to a process is bigger. Some portion of memory is left unused as it cannot be used by the another processes. So here in this figure, there are two figures. It is a fragmented memory before compassion, memory after compassion. Compassion is a technique which overcome the fragmentation problem. Fragmentation problem, it is when the entire memory is divided into little pieces and those pieces is not used, means unused. It is the wastage of memory. So overcome this unused space is combined together, that is called as a compassion. The external fragmentation can be reduced by compassion or shuffle memory contents to place all the free memory together in one large block. To make compassion feasible, relocation should be dynamic. It is called as it is happen in the external fragmentation, means the little pieces which are not used or unused are combined together and create a large block for the further execution. It is called as a memory after compassion. And in internal fragmentation can be reduced by effectively assigning a smallest partitioning but larger enough for the processes. Means here the free unused little pieces where only a small processes are allocated. For the large enough, it is not useful. So it is the wastage of unused memory. So it is fragmented memory before compassion. In short, compassion, it is take these unused memory combined together to form a large block, that is called as a compassion. It is about the fragmentation. Thank you.